I'm John Skinner, and this supports my new online course, Fluke Mastery, done in association with SaltStrong, and you can learn more about the course at www.saltstrong.com/Skinner. And we fished this trip mostly with John Skinner SNS 2-ounce bucktails, also Tsunami silicone skirt glass minnows, both tipped with 6-inch Berkeley Gulp Alive grubs. Okay, what a treat for me this trip. That's John Halkias up front, and you've seen me fish on a boat that he co-owned. You've seen me fish on his boat many times. He's without a boat at the moment, so he's out on my boat, so I'm going to enjoy taking him out fishing for a change. And new for this season, there are a couple of significant additions here in equipment, and that's a nice Humminbird, a Helix 10 on the console. And very important for this trip is that trolling motor, that Minn Kota up in the front, and I'll have lots to say about that. 0.2. God, I really don't want to put that thing down already. Oh, it is right now. It's
Claudio's while there's still relatively little boat traffic there.
No, I want to stick to my plan of picking up the first of the incoming over here.
I'm just happy to be out here and not have to be the one making the where are we going decisions.
All right, let me say something about that online course that you saw right there in the beginning. Yeah, I'm proud of this thing. It's extremely comprehensive. I worked like all winter on it, and it's goes from fishing behavior, gear, rigging, fishing in a variety of environments from 3 feet of water out to the deep ocean stuff like 100 feet. And you know what? A big important part of that course is drift strategies, and that's going to be a big part of this trip. Hey, and you know what? The SaltStrong guys have agreed to offer my viewers, followers, a really substantial discount if you buy it off of the Skinner part of their site. So it's saltstrong.com/Skinner. Okay, so the situation here, you can see there's no wind. You may have heard the audio where I was saying, yeah, I want to pick up the beginning of the flood current over in this area. But right now, we have no drift. Now, last year I got to fish a lot with John, and John's from the Jigging Jerks YouTube channel, and they've got that, they had that cobia with the trolling motor, and boy, that was such a game changer for things. So this season, I've got a Minn Kota on there, but yeah, this is my first fishing trip with it, so I'm pretty clueless. I kind of know how to deploy it, and fortunately, I got to say, it seems easy to use because that remote that I just hung around my neck, it's got like 6 buttons on it, you know, left, right, faster, slower, on, off, anchor. This has got the spot lock on it. Very cool. This thing will talk to the Humminbird fish finder. It will allow you to use the Humminbird to drive this thing. The motor can follow tracks on the plotter. I'm not doing any of that advanced stuff with this trip. It's my first trip out with this stuff. I'm happy to do just what you see right there. Faster, slower, left, right, that kind of thing. Also setting autopilot. And yeah, you know what? You might have heard me say something like, oh, geez, I don't want to put this thing down right away. Yeah, because we just got out. But it's the exact situation where you would use a trolling motor. There's no drift. We're not moving. If you don't cover bottom, you're probably not going to catch. So, all right, here we go. We're going to make our own drift, and we'll see what's going to happen. And big thanks go out to John Sweeney for helping me rig this boat up with that trolling motor. You saw the batteries under the console. Everything is just rigged up so beautifully, and that is not a skill set I have, so thank you, John. All right, I'll take us along at like 0.7 or so. All right, so I'm already learning a little bit something there because
Does it have been 5 degrees like the Rodair?
I have no idea. Oh, trolling motor fish?
Maybe.
So we just put that thing on.
This doesn't feel right though.
Oh, I thought I saw a shake there.
Yeah, I know, but it still doesn't feel right.
Look at that.
Yeah,
you know what? We just kicked. I know, but we just kicked that trolling motor on, and you got a Fluke. So All right. Trolling motor gets one. All right, it was actually 90 seconds. I looked on the video from the time that we got that trolling motor going until he got that fish. And that's the first fish of the trip, and we've been out about an hour, and it's really slow. We are catching a lot of sea robins. I'm not showing those in the video, but I can tell you on this trip, it would not surprise me if we catch 100 sea robins. But hey, that got us our first fluke, and off we go. All right, I'm trying out a new line. This is Berkeley X9. If you get to go to a tackle shop and see this stuff, just check it out. Look at the diameter, the smoothness, the specs on the line in terms of diameter, very impressive. And it's extremely smooth. This is really going to reduce drag in the water. Obviously, my first trip with it, but I can tell you so far, I'm very, very impressed. And I snagged bottom once with it. It's only a 10-pound test, and I wasn't able to break it. I ended up going running the motor up and getting the snag free. Go. Yeah, you can shake off now. You did your job. First one to, you bit the tail off. Thank you. Yeah. You're cold.
Yeah, early last year, when we tried a couple times in April, they were really cold, I noticed.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good.
You know what? We're gonna end up. We got 0.1. We're gonna end up going right back on that trolling motor.
Yep.
Okay, and that 0.1 comment is: I'm looking over at the plotter. I see we're drifting at 0.1 miles an hour. We are basically stationary. You know what? Gee, we already caught a fish with the trolling motor, so a little more likely to use it now. Yeah, you can see I've got that cord twisted around there. I'll figure that out by the end of the trip not to do that. It's no big deal, but hey, I'm learning. I really don't know what I'm doing with this thing yet, but it's going to turn out to be pretty easy and effective. Turn this around. In a sec.
Well, you hit a fluke, right?
Yeah, I know. We'll go up a little further this time. What do you got there?
Feels right.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Gonna be a little short again.
So your little shorts turned the boat on me. Oh, that's better.
It's a little better, and it hit the John Skinner bucktail.
All right.
This one might be worth the measure.
Well, you measure him to see what he is, yeah. Ooh.
Might be worth the measure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close. All right, that was the first keeper of the season, and then this is 3 hours later, and it's still the only one we have. And from everything we're gathering from talking to people, it's just dead. Nobody's doing anything. We are beating on this one area here best we can. I've decided it's time to make a move. All right, you want to try off the house? Let's try something different. Yeah. So if you check out my track lines on the plotter on the Humminbird, all those red lines, yeah, we've made a lot of drifts through this area, beautiful conditions. It's just, what we've called around to people, nobody's doing anything. We're trying to stay away from the fleet, and I've decided to make a move like away from everybody and see what happens.
That was not the same bites I was getting with the stupid interruption. Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
There you go.
There we go. Oh yeah, this'll pass. I told you. Ooh, this is a decent one.
All right, way to go.
My camera on? Is your camera on? Oh yeah.
Just take it easy now.
Goodness.
Take it easy.
All right.
Take it easy.
All right, nice and
Slow and steady wins the race. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yes,
Come, pull them up. Oh, nice job.
Wow.
Come on, man. Nice. Way to go. Beautiful. So that was a good move, wasn't it?
It was.
I done something good today. Oh, very nice.
Wow.
All right. The old dirty boat gets the fish.
Yes.
So John has put me on so many nice fish the last couple of seasons. It was a real treat to put him on a good one, especially on this opening day when it's really been very slow for everybody. So yeah, that was just wonderful to see that fish come up. Okay, we're back to the trolling motor because we just have no drift. And hey, if you notice, I'm not holding the remote. I've kind of got my hands in my pockets and I'm just going along. I've got it on autopilot. Very comfortable. It's going where I want it to go. You may have seen in the background, John was setting the hook again. And yeah, he's got another fish on there, and this one's going to turn out to be a keeper. So, this is going pretty well now. We're getting a few fish. And to give you an idea how slow it was this particular day, when we got back to the dock, there were bay constables checking catches there. So I asked him, I said, "So, what are you seeing for fluke?" And he pointed at our cooler and he goes, "Those are all the fluke I've seen." So, we did pretty well. Hey, success is relative. It's generally a tough day. We are certainly not beating them up, but we are putting some in the boat. All right, that sound you hear in the background is not the trolling motor. That's a lawnmower up on land. Yeah, trolling motor is extremely quiet. Now, what we're doing is basically trying to zero in on maybe a 0.7 to, 1.0 drift speed in the direction of the current. And that's what we're doing, pretty simple. And hey, it's getting us a few fish. Here's another one. Hey, that's short, but you know what?
Right
Today,
species, though.
We'll take anything as a good sign.
Right at these last stocks. I'm telling you. Yeah?
Yeah,
Excellent. Excellent.
net. Well, keep her anyway.
Excellent. First one on the salmon gulp this year.
Yeah. I'm sure he would have not hit anything else but that. All right, it was a challenging day, but you know what? We were very pleased with how things worked out. So it's a good start to the season, and I'd like to wish everybody a safe and fun fluke season. And yeah, please check out the my new course at saltstrong.com/Skinner. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe.